Hi, hello, welcome Pointer community. I'm Kelly Lowry and I'm proud to be the new principal of Point Loma High School. Wanted to record this information for you so we have some information for our families, and also wanted to introduce not only myself, but our admin team. And so I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hi Pointers, my name is Dana Tolomeo and I'm a vice principal. I serve the alphas A through K. So if your last name ends in one of those letters, you can come and talk to me.
Hi everyone, I'm Randy Matuk. I'm very excited to be joining this community. I'm going to be serving the alphas L through Z. So if you have that last name, come and talk to me.
Thank you. So again, it's very important you remember that we have a team that's supporting us and your children. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you and we'll take you through our presentation. Okay. So again, welcome. And there's been a lot of questions about what our schedule is going to look like and how is that different from what we had in the past. And so we'll take you through some frequently asked questions regarding that. So we previously had a 6-period schedule, as many of our families know. One thing, the district did collect some information from families, and one thing that came out was that 6 classes at a time when learning at home was challenging. So well, we went with a 3-period day as a district, and it not only does it mirror the college, but students can focus a little more on 3 classes at a time. So is it like a minimum day? Not exactly. So students will have 3 hours of what we call synchronous or live instruction, but there's additional time that's what we call asynchronous. So there are other ways that students can engage in their studies, whether it be office hours, a recorded lesson, lots of different activities that teachers will have their students engaged in that teacher won't necessarily be face-to-face with. We move that's out of the way a little bit. So here's what our bell schedule is going to look like, and this will continue for the entire year. So we have 3 periods a day, and our system is broken up into quarters as opposed to systems. So students will get a transcripted grade every 9 weeks. And then inevitably the question comes to is, well, what happens if we go back on site? And so we're going to continue with the same model regardless of whether we're online or on site. The difference being that when we're on site, students will be then going home after the lunch period. Okay. And will they still only take half their courses? Well, we'll still continue, like I said, continue with 3 periods. And that was because for a number of reasons, but another reason is because this pandemic is unpredictable. There could be a time where we transition back to online learning. And so having a schedule that is the same, that we can transition back and forth, was important. And so collaboration with California Department of Ed, San Diego County Department of Health, and the Department of Education, this kind of schedule system was a collaborative effort. So we'll still be limited, like again, 3 periods a day. Another reason, because it limits the contact. So now students aren't being in contact with 5 other classes of students or 6 other classes of students. They're limited to 3. And so that, again, limits the exposures that students have with each other, but also the adults that teach your children every day will have some less contact as well. So how many credits are we earning? It's the same amount of credits. So I mentioned before, we're getting a transcripted grade every 9 weeks. And then you're gonna switch classes. But at each end of the quarter, you earn a credit. So at the end of the year, you're still going to earn those 12 credits per year as we would have ordinarily on a 6-period day. Okay, and I'll transition to my partner.
Okay, so will students be able to earn the same amount of credits? Absolutely. There's no reduction in the number of courses offered. Students will have 3 classes each quarter, but it will be, they'll earn the same amount of credits by the end of the school year. So there will be no change in that. At the end of the school day, from about 1:30 to 3:30, we have what's called independent learning time. And so this is an asynchronous time when students will be able to work on their own or in groups, all virtually, and do any number of things. They can participate in enrichment opportunities, they can go to their teacher's office hours, they can complete their homework assignments, or even attend virtual club meetings. So this is a time that students can work on something independently. And if for some reason they are not able to attend that scheduled time, they can do some of that work later on in the day as their schedule permits. Will students be prepared to take AP courses? Now that is a big question. A lot of parents have asked us so far, and of course they will be more than prepared for AP exams come the spring. Our AP teachers have been working throughout the summer to make sure that their students have the best experience possible. The AP classes will be offered throughout the school year, so there will be, they will have their coursework in the springtime very close to the exam. Teachers will also be available during that independent learning time to help students prepare and to review as needed. Will students have access to their elective programs like VAPA or CCTE, or even their MESA dual enrollment community course classes? And the answer is yes, most definitely. Things might look a little bit different this year, but our teachers will also will be providing the same quality coursework as they always have. They have been working throughout the summer, getting ready to prepare for online learning. If students need any additional support or enrichment, who do you contact? Well, the first place to start is with your student's teacher. So you can go to our website and look up the teacher's name and send them an email. You can contact a counselor for assistance, or you can always contact one of us as well. Will students still be able to participate in athletics, clubs, and other extracurricular activities? Most definitely. However, it's going to be much different this year. Our clubs, like I said, will be virtual until we are able to meet back in person. In terms of athletics, per the CIF guidelines, athletic programs have been put on hold through November and December 2020. So we don't know if or how things will look at that time. So we're going to stay on top of any COVID restrictions that might come up. But for right now, you can contact our athletic director, Manny Diaz, and there's his email address if you have any questions about the timeline. But for right now, we're hoping that our athletics will be back in November and December for our students to participate in. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention also, if you have any questions about our clubs, you can contact Amy Denny, our ASB director, and she will be able to answer your questions. I'm sure you have some questions. We are put together some facts for you that you can go to, and I'm sure there are a lot of questions on your mind, so hopefully we can answer some of them right here. How about your student's schedule? How can you find it? And where do you go if there's a mistake? So student schedules will be available in PowerSchool, so you can access them there. If there is any sort of change, the first 2 weeks are the designated time to make changes, but only for certain reasons. We can make a change if there is an error in scheduling, such as a student is missing a class period on their schedule, or they're in a class that they have already passed. If there is an inaccurate level placement, say your student is supposed to take IM2 but was placed in IM1, that is a level change that we can make for you. Other changes, please contact us, but really those are the two things during the first 2 weeks that we will definitely change for you. If you are new to PowerSchool, you can, there's a video tutorial that we will provide for you if you need help logging in. You can also contact Marty Newhouse at the email provided, and she can give you a hand with that as well.
All right, class of 2024, we are super excited to have you joining us. Obviously, this is not a typical start of the school year as you would have expected, but we do have a orientation video that our ASB has put together. It's for both freshmen, any new students, if you're transferring to us in a different grade level, or if you just want to find out information about the start of the school year. It has a ton of stuff in it, so you can check it out on our website, or we have a YouTube link in this presentation. Textbook and Chromebook distribution. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, where do I get my textbooks? How do I get a Chromebook? So we did put together a schedule. As you can see, it's going to start on the 31st, which is Monday. And we're starting with seniors. Tuesday is going to be juniors, Wednesday sophomores, and Thursday freshmen. So you'll see we did it by alpha, come during your designated time frame based on your last name. For some reason you can't make it on your day, we are going to do a makeup day on Friday, as well as the following Tuesday. And then from there, we'll notify you when our makeup days will be. But you just come by school. There's a certain way you'll have to go, and we're going to send out information about exactly where to drive through. But we'll see you there, and that's where you're going to pick up your textbooks and your Chromebooks. So welcome week. So this next week coming up, starting on Monday, it's going to look slightly different than your regular school day. So for this next week, for the 31st through the 4th, attendance is required every single day. So it's the same as if you were in your regular classes and your normal schedule. Attendance is required. As you can see, it's broken down. Your morning time from about 8:50 to 9:45 is your independent learning. So make sure that you're enrolled in your teacher's Google Classroom, their Canvas, complete posted assignments. There's going to be a portfolio for your grade that's sent out. Also, just get prepared for your classes the following week. That part that's in yellow right there in the middle is your check-in time. So from 9:45 to 10:45 every day, based on the schedule, you're going to be checking in with your teachers. And you can see Monday and Friday, you're going to check in with every teacher, Tuesday period 1, Wednesday period 2, and Thursday period 3. So just a reminder, attendance is required. If you're unable to attend, just like if you were coming on site, you need to report your absence. So just call our attendance office and the numbers at the bottom of that slide. So some other important information and questions will be answered coming up next. So San Diego Unified as a district put out a very comprehensive, pretty cool looking back to school guide. It's a virtual book essentially with a huge overview of what to expect for the 2021 school year. It talks a lot about the response to COVID-19. It talks a lot about what it's going to look like when we do or if or when we shift back on site. So definitely recommend checking it out. It's for all grade levels. So if you have kids that are at a different school in a different grade level, it pertains to everyone. So it's a great resource. How do I stay up to date on important info and updates? So right now we have a ton of options. First and foremost, you can always visit our website, pointlemahigh.com. Everything will be posted on there. There is a student online bulletin that students and you can check out. We highly recommend that you sign up for our eBlast newsletter, plhsnews@gmail.com. And we also have 3 different social media websites that you can access. We have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also we have certain Instagrams for the different grade levels as well. So if you watch the freshman orientation new student video, it will give you all those handles so your student can join their grade level Instagram. Who do I contact if I'm having internet connection issues? So we do have a IT department within San Diego Unified. They have a family support line that you can call, and they have multiple internet service options available to help get you connected. So they have operating hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6, and then they're going to be open a couple Saturdays in the next couple weeks. So make sure you call that number if you're having internet connection issues. And the counseling staff. So if you need anything from your counselor, you'll notice that there is broken up by alpha and your counselor and their email. Feel free to email them with any questions you might have. And there's their information for you right there.
There's us with our masks and looking quite astute, as I might add. But anyway, here's our contact information. So my email is here. You can also see Ms. Tolomeo and Ms. Matuk's email is there. And so we're here to serve you. We're here to serve our community. We're here to serve our students. We know it's going to be a great year, but it takes a village, as they say. So please reach out to us if you need anything, and we'll look forward to having a great year. Thank you, everybody. Have a great one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.